as all was meant to be. You shall see me lifted up upon a tree. Behold, behold, the wood of the cross, on which is hung our salvation. Oh, come, let us adore.
Opening Prayer. Mary, my mother, you were the first to live the way of the cross. You felt every pain and every humiliation. You were unafraid of the ridicule heaped upon you by the crowds. Your eyes were ever on Jesus and his pain. Is that the secret of your miraculous strength? How did your loving heart bear such a burden and such a weight? As you watched him stumble and fall, were you tortured by the memory of all the yesterdays, his birth, his hidden life, and his ministry? You were so desirous of everyone loving him. What a heartache it was to see so many hate him, hate with diabolical fury. Take my hand as I make this way of the cross. Inspire me with those thoughts that will make me realize how much he loves me. Give me light to apply each station to my daily life and to remember my neighbor's needs in the way of the pain. Obtain for me the grace to understand the mystery, the wisdom, and the divine love as I go from scene to scene. Grant that my heart, like yours, may be pierced through by the sight of his sorrow and the misery, and that I may determine never to offend him again. What a price he paid to cover my sins, to open the gates of heaven for me and to fill my soul with his own Spirit. Sweet Mother, let us travel this way together and grant that my love in my poor heart may give you some slight consolation. Amen.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. By your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
The first station, Jesus eats his Last Supper. Jesus said to them, I have wanted so much to eat this Passover meal with you before I suffer. For I tell you, I will never eat it again until it is given its full meaning in the kingdom of God. Then Jesus took a cup, gave thanks to God, and said, Take this and share it among yourselves. I tell you that from now on I will not drink this wine until the kingdom of God comes. Then he took a loaf of bread, gave thanks to God, broke it, and gave it to them, saying, This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in memory of me. Jesus, you love us. Make us realize we are covenant people. Make our Eucharist moments when we feel your friendship, so that we may live this out for all humankind.
Behold, behold, the wood of the cross, on which is hung our salvation. O come, let us adore.
Second station, Jesus prays in the Garden of Gethsemane.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. By your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
Then Jesus went with his disciples to a place called Gethsemane, and said to them, Sit here while I go over there and pray. He took with him Peter and the two sons of Zebedee. Grief and anguish came over him, and he said to them, The sorrow in my heart is so great that it almost crushes me. Stay here and keep watch with me. Jesus, you love us. Comfort us in the times of distress. Help us to see beyond ourselves. Help us to overcome the feeling of senseless chaos. Help us to see the joy and hope of those who truly suffer and who truly believe. Remind us of your covenant of friendship with us.
Behold, behold, the wood of the cross, on which is hung our salvation.
Third station. Jesus is betrayed by Judas.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. By your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
Jesus got up from prayer, went back to the disciples, and found them asleep. He said to them, "Get up, pray so that you won't give in to temptation." As he was saying this, a crowd showed up. Judas, one of the 12, was leading the crowd. He came right up to Jesus to kiss him. Jesus said, "Judas, would you betray the Son of Man with a kiss?" Jesus, you love us. Help us to live out your covenant of friendship and not betray you with our greed and selfishness. Lord, give us all the sins we have committed in thought, word, and deed. Give us the wisdom and grace to translate your teaching into our everyday lives. Fourth station. Jesus before Pontius Pilate.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. By your holy cross you have redeemed the world.
Early in the morning, Jesus was taken from Caiaphas' house to the governor's place. The Jewish authorities did not go inside in the palace, for they wanted to keep themselves ritually clean in order to be able to eat the Passover meal. So Pilate went outside to them and asked, "What do you accuse this man of?" Their answer was, "We would not have brought him to you if he had not committed a crime." Jesus, you love us. You stand with the victims in this world. Is that one meaning of the covenant for us? That we too should side with the oppressed against the oppressor? Lord, this is hard for us. Teach us how to side with the oppressed, with the victims. Fifth station. Jesus is whipped and crowned with thorns.
We adore you, O Christ, and we praise you. By your holy cross you have redeemed the world.